Fancy a coffee in a Brussels cafe these days and you'll need to provide some information first.
Can I see your COVID ticket? Yes.
Proof you've been vaccinated against COVID. No proof, no table indoors. The Belgian capital is the latest part of Europe to introduce COVID safety passes for restaurants, pubs, gyms and other venues. An inconvenience, some say, but necessary.
I feel more safe, so it's fine. It's fine for me to show my COVID test.
It has some pros, it has some cons, but for me personally, it's been more of an inconvenience than a help.
It's very intrusive at some point, like to get asked if you're totally vaccinated, to have like an ID, to have all your medical records exposed that way.
It's hard to spot anyone not wearing a mask on public transport here. Face coverings also required if these passengers visit the shops. Most EU nations, from Belgium to France and Germany, keeping or increasing measures to fight COVID, which experts say helps explain in part why the number of cases is rising more slowly in the EU than the UK.
England, UK, but definitely England was earlier to drop most of the measures. You had the Freedom Day in July. This was a time when we still had some restrictions. It was more a gradual process in Belgium. So we gradually started lifting all measures, but now we're at a point, most of them have been lifted, which is also not good because October, November are terribly difficult months.
Italy now requires workers to show so-called green passes with proof of vaccination or pay for regular COVID tests themselves. Measures which provoked anger and protests in several areas. But the logic is, if you can't work or dine out without a pass, you're more likely to get jabbed. And EU leaders attending a summit in Brussels insisted mass vaccination is still the answer.
We are still in a COVID situation which is not over, and the only way out is vaccine, 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 vaccine.
But some experts warn COVID passes could lead to complacency, with people thinking if people around them have been jabbed, there's no need for other precautions like mask wearing. Their message is vaccinated people can still get and spread COVID. Michelle Clifford, Sky News, Brussels.